We've got 54 days and a few hours until the July 15th deadline. And I think it's going to be, let me say this. Dak will not be signed prior to July 10th. Now, maybe in those final 5 days it gets done, but the math gets very tough for the Dallas Cowboys with what Dak wants. And so I think Cowboy fans need to be totally prepared, Wilds, for Dak to play this thing out for another season.
I agree, Nick. I am officially jumping my 50-day deadline and moving my panic meter up 2 notches. I was at no worries in the world, and then I think it's concerned. Now I'm moving it up to feeling antsy. Feeling antsy, Coach. I used to have it as stress-free. I'm moving it up. I don't know where you fall on this, but I'm officially moving up. I'm not all the way to the red, which we made red. That's the Andy Dalton alert. I'm not there yet, Coach.
Yeah, to me, this is a stress-free area in my panic meter. In this world of Zoom that we're in right now, there's not a lot that he's missing. It's not like everybody's together in the building and that he missed OTAs and all the things that come along with that. This could go right to the wire. I think the panic meter is going to go up when he does sign the contract, and they've got to make other decisions because of the amount of money he's being paid.
Huh.
All right, let's move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. They've already won an award, and it's still May. Bill Barnwell awarding them the team who had the best offseason in the NFL. I guess adding 9 Super Bowl rings and Brady and Gronk is considered an upgrade. Coach, you agree with Barnwell?
I don't know what comes with that award. Do you get a ring? Do you get a pendant? Like, what does Bill Barnwell hand out for winning the offseason? Like, that's fantastic. You win the offseason. You win a press conference. So many teams are caught up with signing big names. And look, Washington Redskins used to do it all the time. They'd sign guys for big money who used to be really good players but weren't necessarily now. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with Tampa Bay. It remains to be seen how well these two players are able to play in this environment. And I love Tom Brady, and I believe in Tom Brady, but it's still a dramatically different situation and a lot to learn and high expectations. So what? You win the offseason. Congratulations.
Yikes, Coach. Man, whoa, Coach. Not fired up this morning. Nick, I'm waiting for your answer. No, I mean, it's just like it's just a lot. It was just, you know, you're up and down this morning. I got to be honest with you. I got to take integrity. You're up and down. Nick, I love that you value take integrity. The other thing I know you're a big fan of, very, very smart and informed football people, which Bill Barnwell is one of them. So I don't know how you're going to fall on this. I feel like you're in a tough spot. I know you respect Barnwell, and Barnwell just said something that you totally disagree with. So where are you going to fall here? Well, Barnwell or anti-Brady hate that you're obligated contractually to deliver on the show?
I don't know that I disagree fully with Bill Barnwell. You're right. Bill Barnwell is the single smartest person writing about football. Barnwell is brilliant, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. If I were to buy an NFL team, the first thing I would do is appoint myself general manager. The second thing I would do is hire Coach Mangini as my head coach. And the third thing I would do is bring Bill Barnwell in to be my concierge. So yes, I agree with you. I actually love what the Bucs did this offseason. I was in Ndamukong Suh, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Shaq Barrett. I think all of us thought they were going to lose one of those great front 7 defenders. They brought them all back. Being able to trade up in the draft and get Tristan Wirfs was a spectacular move. Getting Gronk for nothing, essentially, is a great move. The question I have, and I think Barnwell has it, and Coach acts like he doesn't have it, but he just kind of a little Freudian slip there. The question I have is, are they a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender? That's what we'll find out this year. Are the Bucs a quarterback away, or did they do what Washington used to do, which is sign Hall of Famers well past their prime, which they may have done with one Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, but we'll find out. But I don't think Barnwell's off on this channel.
All right, speaking of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, warm weather Tom's now down in Tampa. So new Jets running back Frank Gore believes the AFC East is, quote, wide open. Nick, back to you. Is this anyone's division to win this season?
Well, I think the future Hall of Famer Frank Gore is almost exactly right on this. I have the AFC East going down to Week 17 with the Bills, Dolphins, and Patriots all alive for the division title with 1 week left in the season. Unfortunately, that's just 3 of the 4 teams. The 4th team is the one Frank Gore's on. That's the Jets. I think they're going to be eliminated from postseason contention come around Thanksgiving. I think they're a 4-win team. But I do think, Wilds, it's wide open. I think the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots all win between 8 and 10 games. I think the Patriots have a good final month kick to end up winning the division.
Look, I said November 19th, 2020. That's when the Jets will play the Patriots. And I don't think Frank Gore is wise to be giving the Patriots bulletin board material, except for the fact that the Patriots don't need bulletin board material because they're so smart, they don't use bulletin boards. They just memorize everything, Coach.
Frank Gore is absolutely one of my favorite all-time players, and I agree with Frank to some degree in the sense that nobody has a real proven quarterback. Nobody has shown that their quarterback can consistently lead at the highest level the high level that needs to be done. Now, I like a lot of the things that Buffalo has done in the offseason. I like Buffalo's mentality and approach to things. And I think they're the biggest threat to New England. But until you dethrone New England, it's hard to say that this is wide open. They still have Bill Belichick. They still have Josh McDaniels. And they still have a really strong core and an edge mentally over the rest of the division.
Quickly,
Don't
little
whisper
known
it.
fact.
Yell it. They got spit on Wilds. Go, Nick.
Jenna, just quickly here, I apologize. Coach wanted to name his youngest son Frank after Frank Gore. Wife vetoed him, and it's one of your kids' favorite players. At least one of those 2 things I just said is true. Let's not let the audience know which one it is. Jenna, go ahead.
All right. Switch gears, talk some basketball now. ESPN released their all-time starting 5s for every team in the league. So the Spurs featured Parker, Ginobili, Gervin, Duncan, and Robinson. Wait, hang on. No Kawhi. Maybe he was load managing when the list came out. Nick, you surprised they left Kawhi off?
No.
Too much?
This is not a shot at Kawhi.
Take it back.
Can
Too much?
folks
No?
please put some, I know, can folks please put some respect on some of the older players' names? George Gervin made 7 first or second team All-NBAs with the Spurs, won a handful of scoring titles with the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard made the All-Star team twice with the Spurs. He was only a great player in San Antonio for 2 seasons. So who are you taking off? Parker and Ginobili have to be there. Duncan and Robinson have to be there. You can't remove the ice, man. This is obviously correct. I thought ESPN did a spectacular job on this for 29 of their 30 teams. The one outlier is they left off Kevin McHale in favor of Paul Pierce, which is just indefensible. And I just wanted to fit that in to put Wilds in a bad spot here. Go ahead, Wilds.
No, look, we'll get to Paul Pierce later on. The more outrageous thing to me, Coach and Jenna, was that the